felt like, oh, this is the time. Oh, like, let's go. Let's do this right now. Or just unexplainable in why you do something that you do. Like, you just do it and it just flows and it just works, right? That's what we call taking inspired action. And continue to watch this video if that is something that you've experienced. Let's get into it. Let's go. Welcome to Empress Expressions. My name is Amber and I'm the Empress here. I welcome you if you're returning or you're new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we're talking about taking inspired action, and I have about 3 points. We're going to get into it and chop it up, okay? So number 1 is aligning your inner guidance, allowing your soul's wisdom to lead the way towards your desires. Trust your intuition and what your soul is calling you to do, not your ego, but your soul. So aligning to your inner guidance, like, how many of you all know what it feels like to be in alignment with your inner guidance? I can personally say that there was a point in time in my life where I had no idea what intuition was. Like, I was like, what is everybody talking about? Like, intuition, like, this is making my brain hurt. That's because it's not in your brain. That's because it's not in your brain. And so when I finally was able to feel into my intuition, I realized that I had been navigating off of it for all of my life. But yeah, aligning with your inner guidance. How do you align with your inner guidance? How do you trust your intuition? What is your relationship like with your intuition? How do you know when your intuition is telling you to do something? Do you feel that subtle nudge? Like, I've learned that my intuition speaks to me in different ways. Sometimes it is the most subtle nudge. And then sometimes my intuition is literally hitting me in the back of my head. Seriously. Like, let's go, you know? So number 2 is stepping out of your comfort zone, embracing uncertainty to pursue your goals and aspirations. So with that, like I've said it before, this YouTube channel, it took me years to get started on this YouTube channel. I attempted it like 5 years ago. I think I made 3 videos and then I fell off because it was out of my comfort zone. I had this thing about perfectionism. I had this thing about everything had to be right and da 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 da. And now here we are over 100 videos in, and I'm just like, I'm very comfortable with being uncomfortable now when it comes to this YouTube channel and stating my opinions on things, sharing parts of myself, not editing out certain things. So like, stepping out of your comfort zone will help you take inspired action. And that honestly has been a part of me feeling that TIA, which is the taking inspired action. My inspired action, my intuition is just like, Amber, just do it. Just put it out there. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Someone not like it, someone unsubscribe, someone, leave some kind of, ridiculous comment down in the description box. Well, guess what? If you unsubscribe, you're making space for people that actually want to be here. If you don't like it, I don't expect everyone to like everything that I have to say or everything that I do. And then third, if you leave an ugly comment down in the description box, I have the ability to delete it and block you. So what are we talking about here? Amber, just do what you do, right? Just do what you do. So really stepping out of my comfort zone has been doing this YouTube channel. And so what is that for you? How do you need to step out of your comfort zone, right? How can you become comfortable with being uncomfortable? Because that's really where the growth happens, right? That's where the growth happens, is when you're uncomfortable. So the third one that I have here is harnessing the power of momentum. When you take inspired action, it builds momentum and propels you forward towards your desires. So the example that I have here is actually like a personal, it's a little story time. It's gonna be super short though, maybe. So the other day, let's see, it was probably about 2 weeks ago, a week ago. It was the day. So, okay, I have a schedule, right? Just for my own sake, I like schedules. so that I can do things spontaneous, if that makes any sense at all. If it makes sense to you, then it makes sense to you, you know. But yeah, I have a schedule so that I can be spontaneous. So I have a schedule when it comes to creating content for the channel, right? So I have like throughout the week, I'm getting downloads on what to talk about, what to do, and I'm seeing different things and taking notes and da 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 da. Well, then what I usually do is on Sundays, I usually record and I do my editing the following day. Well, this particular week that I'm talking about, I woke up at like, I think it was a Thursday at like 4 something in the morning, Thursday or Friday. And Spirit was like, go record. And I'm laying in my bed and it's like 4 and I'm just like, okay. Like I didn't even question it. And like the old me would have been like, but this ain't the day for that. Like we don't do that on this day. But Spirit, I woke up at 4 and Spirit was like, go record. So I got up, did my thing, you know, put my makeup on, did all my things. And I came into my office and I started recording, and I recorded like 4 videos before 7 o'clock in the morning. And it just felt so good. Like that was me taking inspired action. Instead of laying in my bed, scrolling on social media or going back to sleep or getting up and doing something else, I decided I heard what was being told to me, and I obeyed, and it went amazing. Like when I say recording those 4 videos went so smoothly, it was almost like I was here, but I wasn't here. It went so smoothly. And not that it doesn't usually go smoothly. Usually it does go smoothly, but sometimes, you know, you have technical stuff and cameras and all the different things that you may have to adjust as you're doing this sort of thing. But that went so smoothly. And before I knew it, it was like 6:45 and I still had time, and I went into meditation, and then I went and worked out. And by the time I got done working out, I was like, I have done so much today, and I felt amazing about it. Like I felt so accomplished, and I felt so in alignment. I felt ahead of the game. Like I was 2 days at least. I don't know if that was a Thursday or a Friday, because sometimes I get lost in the week. I don't even know what today is right now, honestly. Oh, today is actually Sunday. No. Yeah. Today, I don't know what today is. Anyways, but yeah, it just went so smoothly. It went so smoothly and it felt amazing. And so I share that because taking an inspired action feels good. It feels good. Like you have the universe behind you, like propelling you forward. You have this momentum, right? And it just keeps on going, and it's easy. Like things don't have to be hard in order for them to be, you know, to produce something good. You don't have to be struggling and grinding all the time in order to produce something good. Inspired action is like this wave that you get on, and it like either takes you out or it brings you back to shore. Where do you want to go, you know? So that's what I have for you when it comes to taking inspired action. I want to know specifically this. Drop down into the comments when you've known that you had taken inspired action. I want to hear about like the feeling that you had, right? The flow. There's a fluidity that happens when you take inspired action. It's a beautiful thing, and there's nothing like it, right? So I want to hear about those sorts of experiences. I also want to know how you align with your inner guidance. How do you know when your intuition is talking to you? How do you know when it's time to go, when it's time to do something? Even like, you know, knowing when to leave a situation, right? Being in a place and knowing, oh, it's time to go. You know, I just had that feeling, it's time to go. So drop some of that stuff down in the comments down below. Good vibes only, of course. So yeah, don't forget, you can get your Living Soul profile report. That description, that link is in the description box below. Tap into me if you need to know any more about that, or if you have any questions. I also have my email down in the description box below if you have any questions for me. And the ebook is still in the works, the series. And that is what I have for you. So in the meantime, in between time, I send you peace, I send you light, and I send you love. Bye.